Let's go for this game, everybody. Moon versus Colorful for the New Year's Cup semi-final. It is a best of 5 due to some technical difficulties. We missed game 1 on the recording, but we have game 2 now. We are in game. We have wonderful colors. We got the Moon for Vision Strikers and Colorful for LP Club. Let's go. And there we are, Remo. We have arrived with our own observing, with our own overlay. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, Moon took the lead here, as was somewhat to be expected. The most legendary Night Elf player and Warcraft player of all time, currently ranked 4th in ELO. Colorful, also a very strong player, and as you know, my boy. A little more predictable, though, in his strategies, and also much further down in the ELO at the moment, where Moon is ranked 4, Colorful is ranked 22. He dropped out of the top 20 for the first time in a long time, I believe. So perhaps, at the moment, not in the very best shape. Now on Amazonia, what are we going to be seeing next? It is the same heroes once again. Potom opening by Moon, wow. Demon Hunter opening by Colorful. I thought maybe Moon here was going to go Demon as well, going to Bears, maybe Keeper, something, but no, he goes with Potom. Seeing the Demon from Colorful is no surprise. I would wager that he's going to stay true to the man with a blindfold this entire series.
Yeah, I would think so too. Try to survive, go to tier 3, go for bears, and then go for the base attack. But you know what's funny? Whenever Foggy is playing Colorful, he goes for Potom as well all the time. For a long time I thought it's due to ping, because Potom Hunts is a little easier and ping independent than other micro fights, I would say, especially when it's not Hunt Mirror. But Moon playing the same strategy on fair conditions here. Nothing was denied. Hunter's Hall is coming. Engine of War is a little hurt, but that's fine. So the difference here on AZ, of course, it's way smaller than Turtle Rock, and we got Zeppelins here, and Hunters, of course, can't shoot up. And Colorful loves some bear drops with these Zaps.
Yeah, can be really good for bears, can also be really good for glaives. You know, we talked about earlier how the Potom can have pretty much 2 different strategies. Either use map control for a fast expansion, or go for a big push at around 40 supply, maybe 50 supply, with things like APs involved and also glaives involved. But if you're playing glaives, you definitely want and probably need those Zeppelins, which are going to become available at the next daytime. So it's going to take a little while. Potom level 2, Demon level 2, Colorful again with wonderful items here for this Demon.
Yeah, he might need them. He's trying to reach the Potom. Good movement by Moon, of course. This is the first real tournament for him with his new team. I think he's here to impress, to show the world that it's still worth picking him up, even though he's 34 by now. Colorful is attacking, of course, a lot faster, but Moon is already expanding on AZ with a Potom Hunt build. That is quite unusual.
Yeah, in the usual expansion corner there, we've even seen in the past sometimes that being walled off with like Moonwell and stuff, but Moon not needing to do this. Pretty fast expansion, all things considered, right? He placed it when he had only 1 archer. Seems like Colorful ideally should have a Wisp down there to scout, if there was one. He could be staffing in with the Demon Hunter. Feels like Colorful is maybe playing this a little too passively.
Yeah, he's trying to do some damage to the Potom, but of course that can easily be healed against with Moonwells. And Moon is even teching as well. That is an opening we very rarely see. Hunt opening into Expo into tech.
Yeah, that looks very greedy. Seems like a bit of a risk. He doesn't have the Hunter's Forces right now to 100% guaranteed defend his expansion, or at least he didn't have them earlier. But now the expansion is almost finished, so it looks like Moon is biting off quite a bit here, but it doesn't seem to be more than he can chew, because Colorful is still playing super passively.
Yeah.
On AZ, it's pretty easy to contain your opponent if you have a bit of map control. Play something towards the right or left of their base, something towards the south of the base. You can always threaten to do some damage, especially when you have the Huntresses and the higher movement speed. It's very easy to dominate these archers that Colorful has, because it's very important for Colorful to keep these archers alive. If there was a push to be happening by the opponent, Colorful needs all of these archers to defend his base, Of course, we know there's no push happening. There's a tech and a Tree of Life happening. But Colorful has 0 wisps out on the map to scout for anything. And I must say, that definitely looks like a mistake.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, is that just laziness, or can there be a bigger strategy behind? I don't know. Usually there's always some Night Elf eyes. Moon here with the Watcher Archer again. Can distract a little. Thinking with the idea, or toying with the idea of diving into the base. This can, of course, become an easy trap. And the Ancient of the Tree of Life making his way over. Easy, tier 2, 70%. And this map control hunt build working way better than expected. Oh, imagine this archer stealing the Sasquatch now. Okay, too far away.
He seems to be cruising through this game. Once again, Colorful is going to be relying on his Demon Hunter and on his Bears, as he always does.
Very predictable, huh?
Exactly. You know what Colorful is going to do every time. And sometimes, despite you knowing exactly what's happening, Colorful will win his games. Sort of like how Happy used to play for most of his career. Execution is there. Not exactly the same as Happy's, but you know, pretty good.
Not yet,
but now here we go. Demon Hunter coming in with the Tinker, trying to go for the Creep Jack. Is he going to be in time? Stealing the item here would be wonderful. Bottom gets level 3 though regardless, and gets the big boy. Scroll the Beast again for this Huntress army. That's the 3rd one across 2 games. Takes out the Pocket Factory right away, but Moon's army is actually really hurt over here.
It is, and the bottom as well. Searing Arrow gets the kill. Close. Mana burn kill for Colorful. Moon miscalculating his mana, miscalculating the Demon Hunter's damage, and now free reign on the expansion for the Tinker. Yep, turns around. Demon Hunter still chasing the Naga here. Doesn't have boots, but still good damage. The Troll is still up, doing some damage to Moon. Tinker, little indecisive, could have done more damage. What's he waiting for? Just attack.
Pocket Factory is ready, wants to take out the Entangled here to prevent the mining for as long as possible. And now Dryads are starting to come in. And Dryads are really good counter against Huntresses. Moon is in big trouble over here. Losing his Potom was a big mistake. He's going into his own lores though, and with that, Dryads will be coming in for the Korean here soon as well.
Yeah, and with the two-shot aura, of course, they will be superior to the Dryads of Colorful, as range damage will be improved there. Moon maybe a little too greedy. These Hunters against all that piercing damage just melting away. Gets some archers as well. And here's Colorful with the before mentioned Zeppelin. Wow, that Zeppelin micro is actually quite good here. And he's getting 2 kills for nothing, and Moon just taps out. 8-minute defeat for the 5th race. That is something we don't see very often.
Yeah, quite surprising. Strong comeback there by Colorful. And, you know, for once he doesn't do what he always does. He doesn't go into tier 3 and relies on Bears and 50 supply and creeping and heal scroll and demon level 4. He attacks way sooner with just Tinker applying pressure right away, coming in with the Dryads, and Moon perhaps too greedy of a strat. I wonder if the Potom survives there. Can he hold that? Even if the Potom survives, I think it would have been pretty tough.
Yeah, I think it was too greedy. Like, either go more hunts and then tag, or go more hunts and expand, but go just a couple of hunts and expand and tag. I mean, we've seen Moon survive early games until tier 3 with 1 archer and a demon hunter, okay? So he, of course, usually knows how to survive for a long time. But not today. Not today. Colorful knew exactly how to punish this and did it well and tied up the series.
Yeah. Colorful is probably going to prefer the small maps. The simple maps. Not too much run-bys, not too much expanding in the corner, not too much trickery. He probably want to play AZ, Echo Isles, and then Moon I could see on the bigger ones. Like Northern, I think, would be a great map for Moon, with using nighttime, running across the map, hunts, Potom, and so on. Are we going to see that again, though? The Potom hunts now failed on Amazonia, which is usually a pretty good map for them. Of course, probably down to that strat just being pretty greedy. But Moon can play many different styles. He could play Keeper first. He could play Demon first. I guess those are the 2 only options. Tavern Heroes in Night of Mirror, not that good, because, of course, the Demon Hunter mana burn is always something you have to keep in mind.
Okay, looking forward to the next map. That is then again Moon's map pick, so we can pick a map that favors his playstyle a little more. And then hopefully we get 3 more maps, as we are pretty much, Remo, down to a best of 3.
Exactly. Next map here will give match point to one of the 2 players. It would be quite a surprise if Colorful wins this one, just judging from their recent performances. Would be a big jump in elo for him as well.
Yeah.
We're going to have a Night Elf in the semifinals. We're going to have a human in the semifinals. Which one we're going to determine tomorrow of the humans and the Night Elf here today. Could be a Night Elf Mirror in the finals. Of course, the second game of the day is going to be Lawlight versus Focus, the 2 friends and the adversaries of so many matches before. Going to be meeting again. That's also going to be a cool game. Here now, the question, China or Korea?
As so often, the never-ending rivalry in Asia. I'm going to start a new prediction here. A lot of channel points were won, especially by Chopper with that last map. But yeah, we need to know the next map. It's Echo Isles, Remo. We love our Echo Isles, don't we?
Do we ever? And it's Moon's choice. I think perhaps if Colorful would have had the chance, he may have also chosen it. But yeah, Echo Isles can work out pretty well also with expansion. Go for an early Merc creep, for example, with Podum or with Keeper, and then expand pretty quickly. Can you invite to me?
Oh, for sure. You know, channel point predictions were more important than having you in the game. Sorry, I have my priorities straight.
Okay,
you know,
okay,
man,
I see how it is.
Man of the people.
How many tournaments do I have to win before I get invited to these games? Goddamn.
Oh man. Yesterday was one of the coolest casts or solo casts that I've had this year for sure, or maybe ever. It's a very interesting feeling to cheer for you for once and not trying to sabotage or make fun of you.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. Some people in chat were like, LOL, a biased cast, but
Biased
I think
cast.
that was understandable.
They even tried to bribe me, but not happening. Not happening. All right, everybody, we're loading in game number 3. And that is, as I said, as we said, Echo Isles.
One of the smallest maps in the pool. Not too much experience. Not so easy to outmaneuver the opponent, although it can certainly be done. A very easy, fast expansion map. And if this was Lawlight versus Moon, perhaps even a Warden. But you never want to play Warden against Demon Hunter. You're going to have a very, very bad time in that case. So I'm afraid we're not going to be seeing that here.
All right, we have our game up. Oh. Feels like Colorful wasn't really ready. That might give Moon a second or two. And okay, no, we cut this. We do this straight down the middle, so we regame. Yeah, that was the Observer. A little too early of a start. What's it called in football? They have a word for that.
Oh yeah, wait, what? It's not premature start. What's it called? I think it's always so cool when the referees in American football, they stand in front of the camera and they do like this and they do pass interference, 5 yards penalty.
Dude, the authority these guys have. Like, I was not the nicest child, you know, didn't listen to my parents too much, but if this guy would be my dad, I would listen to everything. He's standing in your door, you know, arms like this. Player number 42 didn't do the homework. Penalty. No breakfast for you tomorrow. Okay, Dad. Sorry, man. I'm gonna do my homework. They get shitload of money, by the way. They get like $250K a season or something.
That's not bad. I think it's also important to give them a lot of money because otherwise, corruption
Can be
pretty
bribed.
Dangerous.
So you. Oh no, let's not go into this. I was about to start something, but let's pay our politicians better, I was about to say, but hey, we have a game and this time it is working, everybody. It is Moon on the left-hand side. And it's Colorful on the right. So let's kick this off. Who's going to claim match points in game number 3 on Echo Isles?
Moon spawning in the left, going for the Ancient of War creep at the green, very conventional. It's Colorful, taking a bit of a gamble, although it doesn't have to be a gamble. One of the things about Echo Isles is it's slightly asymmetrical, so the Ancient of War creep on the right is actually easier to do than on the left. On the left, it can easily get cancelled with a Wisp and so on. On the right, more reliable. Are we going to be amazed here and Colorful for the first time in his life is not going to play a Demon Hunter first?
Is it going to be a Warden? We saw this once or twice recently by, of course, Lawlight. I think Moon picked up on that as well. But we have our eyes glued to the altar. Demon Hunter it is. And Bottom for Moon, and they are sticking to their guns.
Alright. Seems like they both have found the style that they're confident in this matchup, and that's going to be Bottom against a Demon.
So
it's going to be a nice jump start for the Demon Hunter here right away. Instant level 2. And then you can creep level 3 pretty reliably with the green camps, with the natural, and some wonderful items to find as well. Ring of Regen, Claws of Attack.
And don't forget, like, I think it's pretty smart by Colorful. He probably knows that Moon is going to go for his hunt strat again. So having mercenaries against that is amazing because more piercing damage and a little bit of healing.
Yep, absolutely. And the wonderful thing for Night Elf with Mercamp support is if you buy mercenaries, you can keep walking with the Ancient of War to the next camp. You don't have to make more archers.
True.
Shadow Priest here right away. Colorful going for it really early, so he holds Wisp production for quite a long time. It's gonna slow down his tech a little bit. Also has to repair, so Colorful significantly delaying his tier 2 in favor of mercenaries and its creeper.
There we go then. Pendant of Energy. Ooh, a pretty unfortunate drop for him. But Moon is making his way over. Knows what's up. The Wisp was there. And he needs some time as well to kick his strategy off, as of course the Hunter's Hawk always takes a little more time. Mana burns don't really matter too much. He's always gonna have the Searing Arrow. Can he get the Shadow Priest or the Ancient of War? So far doesn't look like it. Decent start for Colorful, not getting punished for this creep.
Got all the last hits here as well, I believe. XP looks a little low on the Demon though. Shouldn't it be a little higher? Maybe he denied one of the little boys. But I'm not sure. The Bottom here still a little ways off from her level 2. Hasn't chosen a skill point yet, which is sort of surprising. But what he has chosen is the expansion. Tree of Life coming up. Once again, it's one archer into Tree of Life with hunts following. That is what we saw before as well on AZ. Is he going to go for the greedy tech as well? We both were not so convinced about that one. We'll see if Moon is going to go for a longer tier 1 phase this time.
Yeah, maybe build a couple more hunts. Creep a little more. There's also, like, never a second Engine of War, right? For mass hunts.
Huh? He stole the Berserker.
Oh, that's pretty good. That is... I mean, not that great against archers or the Demon Hunter, but... it's pretty much damage mitigation against himself by buying this damage-dealing unit away from Colorful.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great deny away from Colorful and has, like, 210-second cooldown, so it takes a long time until the next Berserker becomes available. And with that Berserker, Moon now probably has map control. If he gets level 2, he definitely will have map control because more hunts will be coming out. And despite Echo Isles not being that big, it can be very hard to run across the entire map to find a cancel. On the Tree of Life, obviously, it's pretty much in the other corner of the map as Moon keeps pressuring, and Colorful has to make more archers because he didn't get the Berserker, so he can't move over to the next camp with the Ancient of War.
Ooh, that's unfortunate indeed. Looking good for Moon this time. Has the staff as well. Tech is just started. And again, very low units. I mean, this time he invested into a Berserker. He has the Hunt out. He got the Archer out. He got Vision pretty much everywhere. And Colorful again choosing to be a little more defensive. Just like on AZ at first. But it worked out there. Last hit goes to Moon, if I saw that correctly. Close to level 2 now.
Yeah, nice last hit by Moon. Cost him a few HP, but he's got Moon Juice out the wazoo. He can heal up well. The Demon Hunter got the claws, which is good. A lot of this game is going to rely on the Demon Hunter to provide the damage. Maybe a bit of tanking as well. As Moon is nearing tier 2 completion. He saw earlier that Colorful was going quite heavily into Dryads, no tier 3, but rather going mass Dryads on tier 2. Against that, perhaps Moon may want to consider going for some Glaives. But then again, here on this map, you also don't have Zeppelins, so Glaives would have a bit of a tougher time.
It's again the Tinker follow-up. He scouted the expansion before with the Wisp on the left-hand side. So this seems to be pretty good. But he doesn't have to push now, necessarily. And he's moving back, creeping a little. Demon Hunter seems to be enough to harass, as long as there's a creep spot. With Mana Burn, of course, he might be able to steal this Ogre. And look at the XP, 387. Gets it! And the item as well. Nice execution by Colorful.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play here by Colorful. And again, Huntresses are missing. Where are all the units? Moon has 1 Huntress and 1 Berserker. He might lose the Berserker. He is going to lose the Berserker, isn't he?
Oh.
Demon needs 2 more hits. There should be a Wisp block here somewhere.
Nope, not happening, but Berserker is saving himself to the Moonwells. Yeah, a little stubborn, isn't it? And this is something I mentioned yesterday in the random hero random race war against TH. Moon's tactics really not the most elaborate. I mean, it was of course a little gamble and jeopardy and stuff, but also here, stubbornly going tier 2 expansion so far. But he might be forced into a TP now with a decent block.
Big advantage of the Huntresses. The only tier 1 unit that is faster than everything else. So yeah, this should be a TP actually. Send off the Huntresses into the Hunters into the other direction, or is there going to be a juicy side?
Nope.
Bottom is coming from the north. That should secure the TP now. Perfectly at daytime. The bottom is in the middle. At the merchant can now go for the scrolls, creep it up, and almost get level 3.
But that's level 3 for the Tinker as well. This Pocket Factory is going to be amazing. Just as amazing as Eclipses, because he has resub for 2 months, and also Discworld is very amazing because he threw us 100 bits. Much love, you guys. Yeah, that is exactly level 3 on the dot. Plus, the Expo starts mining in a second. How powerful is this Tinker push gonna be? We get upgrades for Moon, as Colorful is assembling his army with a Mauler, with finally a Berserker, and the Dryads.
Why didn't he creep the natural? He could have crept the natural so fast.
Double level 3.
That would have been double level 3. It would have only taken him like 10 seconds. He's got a big army. This might hurt him here in the long run, but I guess he didn't want to waste time. He wants to attack this expansion right away before it has paid off too much. And Moon doesn't have the big army yet. He's going for his own second hero. It's going to be a Naga once again. 50 against 50 supply. A lot of pressure towards this expo.
Even AP's coming in. Detonates to get rid of the next Pocket Factory, maybe. Takes them out first. That's finally level 3. But the level 2 mana burn is not the most important one. Now that the Naga is coming in, it's getting more important indeed. Focus fire on the Berserker right away. Dryad is falling. Level 3 on the Tinker. That could have been there earlier. And Colorful, his army is just melting away. He's trying to buy time for these APs. Well, of course, super powerful against Moon as well. Demon Hunter is cleaning house on the back end of things. And that gives him some revenge kills. Both army quickly disappearing. But the APs are coming up. Oh, big XP boost for Moon with that Mauler kill. But the Pocket Factory is still there. The APs are coming up. Moon is still not in shallow water.
Yeah, with the APs here standing, I think this expansion might be going down. Tinker still with plenty of mana. The Pen of Energy for him, definitely nice. Level 2 Pocket Factory doing a good job. The double level 3 is definitely carrying quite well here for Colorful. Was beautiful target fire by Moon, by the way, in this fight. He used his archers and all the piercing damage against the Dryads, and the Hunters against the archers on the enemy side. So, very nicely handled. But still, Colorful was able to stick around here at the enemy expo. And dealing with these APs is super tough. I guess the only answer can be Glaives, but by the time they're out, maybe this expansion is dead.
Yeah, tier 3 tech behind this by Colorful, by the way. Interesting. Demon Hunter is kind of low, but still has the big invul from the marketplace. APs don't do much damage to heroes, and Archers level 4 on the bottom. Searing Arrow helps. Like the way Colorful is distributing his damage, always going for the whiffs, so Moon is effectively not mining, just holding.
The player's forces are under attack.
There's an AP by Moon, by the way. He wants to return the favor. Signal. 10 gifted subs. High five, mate. Thank you. That is a big support for us. Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I think Moon realizes behind this tier 3 is happening and he wants to strike in the main before the tier 3 and the Bears are finished. The Naga went for a heal scroll and the Hunter's definitely going to need that. Moon finally going to give up on the expansion. Colorful's going to run back home to defend his main. He can take off a few archers right here, but also a lot of his Dryads extremely hurt. And that's so smart now to take out the Moonwells by Moon, because that's the source of healing right now that Colorful has. He doesn't quite have the redo yet.
And Fog Lighting is available. Let's get rid of these wisps here. He's trying to hold, but he's blocked at 40 as well. No production for him, so he can build one more unit. He got the mercenaries last second, so at least that came in. But okay, 2 hunters down. Two Moonwells down. Everything is hurt for Moon. There's one scroll. Also, the Dryad's so hurt. The hero's got to carry this for Colorful.
How strong is this Demon Hunter going to be? His inventory is looking really good. He's got the damage. He's also got the big Invo Potion, which is going to be forced to use right now. Pops that one. Now it's going to be beast mode for a couple of seconds. That AP by Moon is doing a good job, especially against these Dryads, having a super tough time for Colorful. 26 supply only left for the Chinese, and of course, he can't reproduce. He is super supply stuck. The 2 APs he invested into earlier in the bottom left here, completely useless. Can't help him out in the main base. But Moon's army is also slowly but surely dropping low. This Pocket Factory by the Tinker has been wonderful this game. He's going to have one more to use. It's going to be the last one for a long time.
Yeah, can't be burned. It might be sniped even. Uh-oh, Moon aiming for that Tinker. He, of course, has a little history with Tinkers on Echo Isles. They ruined some dreams of his in the past. Got an Orb of Venom. Needs a potion now. All right. Reveal will lead to some kills, but the Demon Hunter dies in the main. Probably, busy in the south. Didn't take a look at the Demon Hunter there, so it's 2-1, and Moon takes the lead and match points.
Genius play by Moon. How many other Night Elves would have just died there right away when they lose the expansion, but Moon realizes, okay, you're really strong in this position with the Tinker and the Demon here and the APs. I'm going to have to give up this expansion at some point, although I'm going to delay it by as much as I can. But where you're weak is in the main. I can take out your source of healing, which you need so desperately, by taking out the Moonwells with my hunts, which are hurt, but it doesn't matter that they hurt because there's nothing in your main base, and I know that you lost the TP earlier, so you can't get back to the main. Moon, clutching victory from the jaws of defeat right there. Wonderful play by him, the match point for him, and one map away for the legend from the semifinals.
Exactly, where he would meet a Korean friend of his. It's either Lawlight or Focus. They will battle out the second quarterfinal right after this one. So another best of 5 coming to your home screens. And tonight we got Theorycraft as well. Speaking of Lawlight, Carson's gonna dissect Lawlight's play versus Orc, so he might get 1 or 2 replays from this very match for his later content.
Yeah, Lawlight always on the cutting edge of the matchup against Orc, and Lawlight and Focus, they have been, trading wins against each other for a long time. Always cool games. It's going to be a wonderful match for us coming up after this. Are we going to have a 4-map series here or a 5-map series? Can Colorful bring it back again? What's going to be his map choice? I think Echo Isles was a map that he liked quite a bit himself. Remaining maps for us are Concealed and Northern, I believe, right?
Should be. I don't really remember the picks and bans. It was quite a busy start to this broadcast and quite a hectic start to the broadcast, but...
Excuse me. Now, Conceal was vetoed. I remember now. Conceal was vetoed.
Your brain.
So Terenas and Northern should be the maps.
And Terenas it is, everybody. It was the bear map for quite some time. Did that change? Oh. All right. You're in. We're ready. Players in. Good. We did everything correctly. Yeah, Moon, of course, very, very good judge. And maybe, is he using this expansion as a bait to force him into the Tinker? Because he knows how powerful his second strike's gonna be? Like his comeback push?
Seems like that would be a risky line of play to go with. I wonder if Colorful just has a TP in that game. Does he just TP back, hold his main, and win? I would say probably. So losing the TP in the early stages, largely responsible to why Moon was able to win that game. Of course, forcing that TP and then realizing how to punish that weakness. That is the wonderful, brilliant mind of Moon. Making the plays, getting an edge, but also knowing exactly how to play with that edge. He's got the lead here now. Moving on to Terenas Stand.
And with that,
as you said, a map where we see lots of bears oftentimes, Zeppelin drops, Doom drops, even often against the Tree of Eternity. But Moon also likes playing expansion quite a bit, so could be some Dryad Expo as well.
yeah, we have the mercenary camp very available on this map, so I'm curious if one of the two players will use it right away. All right, everybody. That's match points for Moon. Will we have a Korean derby in the semifinal? Moon in the upper left-hand side. In the pink chopper, 20 gifted subs. Dude, what the hell is going on? Is there like a holiday that I missed that people are gifting things left, right, and center?
Damn, dude, that's amazing. 20 gifted subs. Seems like he was very happy with winning that prediction. Thank you, Chopper.
For sure. Long-time viewer. Much love. So, what's it gonna be? Moon changing things up. It is a Demon Hunter for him. Colorful with the Demon Hunter as well. Looks like we get the first mirror, where both are going for the same strats.
Yeah, Demon are definitely very good on this map. You can creep up to level 3 quickly, and level 2 mana burn, very effective. Normally the bottom can't bully you here too much. The Demon Hunter will still always be able to get his levels. Couple of good items, and with that, very likely you should be seeing some lore play. Talons, very unlikely to see nowadays. We saw a few talents added in earlier on Turtle Rock, but that was more of a support than a core unit. So lore units should be the case. Question is, are both going to rush bears, or is one going to stay more on dryads with maybe an expansion? And of course, with that I mean, is Moon going to do it? Because Colorful proactively going for a greedy expansion play, that would be the thing.
Not gonna happen for sure. Moon is creeping the little green for the item. Colorful is doing the same, so everything is mirrored here as much as it gets. First items might indicate if you're gonna be aggressive or not. If you get a claws or a circlet, might help you in the trades. Very good creeping here. Mantle for Colorful, plus an invul potion. That's pretty good. Moon with the gauntlets and the scroll. Not the greatest. Nobody stole any mercenaries. Both go for the Shadow Priest to save some moon juice due to healing. And both are... not both are taking Colorful a little faster as they're approaching the middle.
A player's forces are under attack.
Got to split the middle camps here as well. The items here really not the best so far. Damage is what you want early. Circlet now for Colorful. Not too bad. And Circlet as well for Moon. Pretty... fair drops here between the two. The Scroll of the Beast probably going to be sold by Moon though, now that I think about it. Because he's going to be going into Bears and Dryads, or at least one of the two, so the Scroll not that valuable. Also, Moon denied one of the creeps with the Ancient of War at the first camp, the level 3 dude, so he's a little lower in experience, but not the end of the world. As he's heading back to his side of the map, but Colorful wants to look for a fight here, as it seems.
Yeah, he feels confident. Checking the inventory, maybe? He's also moving out with a Wisp. He's going Wisp hunting here. He got... or he lost one already. And he gets the Berserker. That is why he wants to apply some pressure here. On the other side, we get Boots on the Demon Hunter as well, as Moon is stealing the Berserker on the other side.
Yeah, it was a scary moment. Colorful had enough gold to go for double Berserker. If he gets double Berserker from both camps, he can do tons and tons of pressure. Would have been scary for Moon, but Moon gets his own Berserker, seeing that one away, and sends it into the enemy main base, trying to cancel some Moonwells. Wait a minute. Is that enough damage? Oh my God,
Berserkers
that's
are
enough damage.
quite
What?
good. It will take some time.
Under attack.
And he cancels it. Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is so smart. As long as you don't lose him.
I shouldn't, though. If there's no block. No, not gonna happen. Engine of Wars are moving to the labs, by the way, but only for colorful.
Town
Moon
is
is going
under
for the
siege.
wizards to have a little more vision here at the choke. And of course, Moon is expanding.
A player's forces are under
The
attack.
Berserker cancels the Moonwell the first time. The demon arrives after when the Berserker retreats with the boots, delaying the Moonwell further. Super smart play. It's not a supply block. Colorful can seduce, but with Moonwell, it's not just about supply, it's also about healing. And he could cancel it again if the Demon Hunter commits to the Moonwell. He should have the damage necessary. He's draining some more juice out of this as well. Colorful's gonna have very reduced healing capabilities.
Yeah, this is all happening during nighttime, so ideally you want to have the Moonwells up so they regen as they don't spawn with full mana. And look, Moon's Moonwell's all filled to the brim for Colorful. He's getting that Moonwell cancelled again. Ouchie!
A player's forces
It starts to really
Forces
hurt.
the hero to return as well, and then he can staff back home. And all the meanwhile, the expansion came up. That is a beautiful game plan and build here by Moon. And I know Foggy is taking notes right now.
For sure. Yeah, this it's so interesting how much of an impact a small move like this has. A small difference. That was really the first big difference in the game, right? Where do you send the Berserker? Do you send it to your army? Nope, Moon's not gonna do that. And that results in a little bit of a lead. He follows it up, gets further and further ahead.
Oh my God. She's getting star-shaped.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the Demon Hunter is coming, dude. There is no item on her, but too much damage with the crowd control. Ay. But yeah, that bought him enough time for the expansion. Tier 3, nowhere to be seen. And now the Demon Hunter can heal as well. Oh.
And Moon delayed staffing back to his side for such a long time until finally the creeping was happening. Then he joins the creeping, gets closer to level 3 on his Demon Hunter. He created so much space. Unbelievable. Great play by Moon this game. He's got his expansion soon finished. Dryads will be joining. This is a strat that Moon has played a lot on Terenas Stand in the past.
Yeah.
But it is the details, the level of execution that I think hasn't quite been shown this way before. And Colorful has just been getting outplayed.
So far, indeed. And these Dryads in the hands of Moon also should save you from Zeppelin drops, or at least you're ready for that, as they can attack air, of course. But we're so far away from Zeppelin drops. We're not even at tier 3. Then you need the master upgrade. You need a couple of bears. So this will result in a Dryad mirror first, which Moon should easily win, I would say, with his control.
That would be expected. Moon, the best Dryad player in the world, I think most of us can agree.
Player's forces are under
Hero level's still a little lacking though for Moon. He doesn't have level 3 Demon. He doesn't have level 3 Naga. 2 more camps though, and he will have it. Black Link, thank you for the 15-month resub.
Oh, yeah. Colorful, what do you do now? There's no Tinker this time. It's not that easy to approach this entangled gold mine. He's trying to move there now. Does he even... He must know, right? I think
he definitely
hope.
should, especially with how much he was getting harassed and distracted by the demon. It's very likely that play is happening, especially considering how Moon loves to go for the expansion, and Terenas specifically. Big item for Moon here, Lion Horn, that's a good one. That's level 3, excuse me, for the demon, and almost level 3 also for his Naga.
A little bit of armor for the Dryads. And it's a Shredder for Moon. Shouldn't lose that. Staffs at home, so harvesting can begin immediately. Colorful,
Player's
what's
forces
your
are under
plan? Bears, obviously. creep jack now, but nothing's really hurt. Better levels for Moon as well. And the devotion aura. Kind of super low on lumber. Did he start master? Yes, he did.
Yeah, all these tankiness items on Moon's demon is actually really good. He's going to be the solo front line hero blocker for a long, long time. So having bonus armor and health is really good. Big drop here now. The Renegade, who's going to get it? Colorful's got the faster fingers. He's got a big invul potion. The second one now for him. Oh, doesn't quite get the Dryad. A little bit of a mistake. Colorful thought it was dead already, but Moon saves it with the staff. Second wonderful usage of the staff. First the Shredder, then the Dryad. And Moon wasting no time. Going into upkeep. 56 supply already, and it's grown.
Naga quite a beast for Colorful, by the way. If you can level her up, well, the only targets really are the mercs and the heroes, so not even too sure how much of an impact that is. But certainly good right clicks as well. Master training finished in Colorful, feels comfortable to take that fight. That's one of these Fork Lightnings I mentioned. Demon Hunter quite low, has a staff though, and there's no possibility for Colorful to cancel that. So yeah, a little bit of damage, but no real kills. And I say that, and the Shadow Priest falls, but I mean, just the Shadow Priest.
Moon kept on producing. He can go for some scrolls now. There's double healing in his shop. He's got the gold for it. He's got more Dryads. And he's got the upgrades coming. Armor upgrade first on the Dryads. And then more attack upgrades as well. 4 armor on the Dryads already. That is so much better than 0. Now they actually can survive a couple of hits. And Moon with the heal scroll. Is it now time to fight? Moon so far this game, his priority was expanding and delaying and distracting. He didn't want to take a fight this whole game, but that may change.
Yeah, pretty vintage Moon style, right? Thinking back to his talent strategy, thinking back to how he approaches Twisted Meadows usually. Same here. Will that work out as it did so many times in the past? Demon Hunter's coming in, has a potion, there's a heal scroll, armor is looking good, way too much damage, the poison is stacking up, and he gets the bear, and the TP, and the tome, and Colorful is still down a base.
Yeah, Colorful in big trouble, but he does have a lot of gold. If you do get to 70 supply bears with good upgrades, you can still, in some cases, be able to outclass the mass Riot army. But at the moment, he has only one single upgrade on the bears. Lumber is a real problem for Colorful.
Yeah. Throughout the entire game, basically, Moon is the Zeppelin now. Limited anti-air, but Moon can't be too sure. He could invest into some scrolls or something to balance out his resources. Colorful should be available at the shop. Might have to creep it first, and I don't know if he has the time, but Nostrix has the time to sub for 2 months. Thank you very much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon here with a strong army now, lots of lumber, lots of gold. This might be the time for Moon to transition to tier 3. But first, now he wants to take a fight. 74 supply. This is looking quite scary now, these Dryads. 1-1 upgrades and more upgrades queued. 2 separate groups for the Dryads. Moon, of course, microing them all individually at the same time. Zeppelin coming in, trying to save more units as well. Naga at the shop goes for the heal scroll. Perfect timing for that, as 4 of the Dryads are very hurt. Fight across 3 different screens. Very hard to manage for Moon, but he's also managing to find the kills. I don't think he lost a single Dryad yet, and now he's collapsing with all the Dryads against the Bears and the enemy Dryads. He's got the heal scroll on the Naga. He's gonna pop it right here for great effect and taking out quite a few units in the meantime.
Man, this was stressful for me to observe. Imagine just playing that. Now a couple of Dryads are falling, but damage is done. Colorful down below 50 supply. Moon still full army. Gotta be careful with that Naga, but of course he can pass the potion that he had on the Demon Hunter all day long. Naga's gonna save herself with the stab or TP. TP it is, but prior to that he stabbed something out. 1 more Dryad falls. But still a good push. Colorful lost a couple of bears. And you want to reduce the number of bears. Dryads can easily be rebuilt. The production queue by Moon has a casual 5 Dryads queued up. Because why? Because he can.
Yeah. Impressive control there of the Dryads by Moon, as so often. But he's still stuck on tier 2. It's starting to get a little bit dangerous. There's 4 hero levels on the enemy side. The bears are getting stronger. Colorful still has lots of gold. Moon could have gone for tier 3 behind that attack, but he didn't. He's still on Dryads. He's still getting more upgrades, but he's got the 2-2 finish now. And that's it. He can't upgrade these Dryads anymore because he's not tier 3.
Are you doubting Moon's ability to play Mass Dryads against a colorful?
No. His ability is unmatched to play Mass Dryads. I'm doubting the efficacy of simply Dryads in the late game.
Oh, you're not a believer. It's ridiculous. So...
That camp is taking a lot of damage.
Yo, the point. But he has a heal
scroll.
He's floating in gold again soon. Wonder if the heal scrolls are still available. Got rid of the wisp. Not going... Oh, he did... Wait. Moon got the Zeppelin, right? For the Dryads? Yes, he did. Stealing that away is pretty smart.
He wants to fight at the end of the bridge. Would be a bad position for Colorful if he has to funnel in here with the bears. But Colorful is pumping bears, man. He's got 2 more queued. He could set up a Moonlight right now. He can make it to 75 supply bears. And that is extremely hard to deal with Dryads.
With good Dryad control, they will never attack because you kite so well. In a perfect world.
Micro 25 Dryads individually?
Dude, it's Moon! Sometimes it feels like he has 4 hands and 3 screens.
If someone can do it, it's him. But I'm liking Colorful's position more and more. 70 supply bears. That is very good. The Demon Hunter is strong. He's got the Involt. The Ring of Region is actually really good.
Tier 3 has started though. And knowing Moon, I wouldn't be too surprised if he's going for Chimeras.
But it's going to be quite a while until he gets there. Also, Orb of Venom would be a big upgrade for his army. He definitely needs another heal scroll. Needs an Invul pot. But Moon has the resources. Dryads are very gold cheap. Rather lumber heavy. So he can mass up in high supply quite quickly. But this is the big fight. This is 70 supply Colorful. Only a 10 supply lead for Moon. That's not that much, all things considered. This could be the opportunity for Colorful to win this game.
Player's forces are under attack.
Alright then. 1-1 upgrade for the bears. Still a couple of Dryads for a possible dispel. How good is the Concave? Demon Hunter already has no mana, but the big Invul is still on him. Town Portal on the Naga as well. Heal scrolls for Moon. 2. Takes out the Shadow Priest right away. Dryad Micro, of course, exceptional. Also dealing with these Dryads here on the Colorful side. That's a lot of kills for Moon and not too many for Colorful. How do you like his position now?
It's not over yet, but yeah, really good control here by Moon. Also brilliant to set up the double AP. Once they are finished, it's going to be super hard for Colorful to stay in this position any longer. Bear still somewhat healthy. No heal throw anymore. Dryad starting to drop low as well, but Moon with excellent control. And now the Bears seem to be getting slaughtered. The AP at the Shredder came in, and the APs are now finished. The Naga in trouble here for Moon. Certainly, can he transfer something? Save the second hero somehow? For lightning coming through. Naga almost dead. Getting chased down by the demon, but just makes it barely in time for the shot for the potion. Naga survives, but so does Moon. And with a massive army still remaining, GG is called. And Moon wins this.
How dare you to ever doubt the greatest of all time when he's playing Dryads, Remo. Blasphemy! And yeah, in the end, Moon, the better Night Elf here today, taking the series 3-1, advancing into the semi-final against Focus or Lawliot. And we got a big donation here. Thank you, Dahlia, for the 25 euros. Love your passion. So great to see. Please never stop. Wink. Not if you continue to throw money at us. Which is, of course, the only reason
because we do it all for the money.
But the money! It's the only thing that keeps our passion alive is your money. Absolutely not. Moon.
Gross.
Yeah, man, I know. I feel very filthy now as well. Moon throughout the majority of the matches had the better plans and the better execution, I guess. Only AZ was a little shaky. He was caught off guard there, I think, but otherwise, a good Moon. Not a crazy strong Andromeda move, I would say.
Yeah, he did look somewhat mortal today, although the Terenas Stand game, I think, was absolutely beautiful. It's going to be some game tape as well to learn from if Lawliot should make it through and Moon should be in another Night Elf Mirror in the semi-final. But doesn't have to be. Lawlight against Focus. One of these two will be Moon's opponent. That's going to be our next match, our next best of 5. The two friends meeting again for what must be the 200th time or something. And their games
Dude,
almost always deliver.
Okay, let me see the head-to-head comparison here on Wikipedia. Because the Warcraft 3.info stats, they provide everything until like 2014. Wikipedia goes a little deeper, so let me pull that up real quick. Lawlight versus Focus. How many matches did they play against each other? I think 200 is generous.
Yeah, that's a little exaggerated, but they have.
No, I mean
many times.
there's gonna be more.
Wait, you mean series or maps?
Oh wait, 275 maps.
Yeah.
And 92 series. Crazy talks, everybody. We go into a little break, and then we're back with the second quarterfinal. That is Lawlight versus Focus.